Welcome to the Fit Small Business Xero training course. In this lesson, we're going to cover how to create a bill in Xero. To follow along with me, log into your Xero account now or click the link below this video for a free 30-day trial of Xero. You can also click this link to access our full Xero course and other helpful resources. Let's get started. While most business owners prefer to keep track of the money that their customers owe them, known as accounts receivable, it is just as important to keep track of what you owe suppliers, known as accounts payable. Xero makes it easy to track all of your bills so that you can pay your suppliers on time. Here are a few benefits to managing your bills in Xero. You can record payments made via check, ACH, or credit card. Batch payments is also available if you need to pay a supplier multiple bills at once. We will discuss how batch payments work in the next lesson. You can click here to access this lesson. Second, you can set up payment terms so that Xero will generate a reminder once a bill is coming due. Third, when you create the bill, you can assign the account that you want to track the expense to so that Xero can do the accounting for you in the background. And finally, your accounts payable balance will always remain up to date. In this lesson, we will walk through the steps to create a bill. We'll show you how to modify a bill that was previously entered and how to create a repeating bill for those items that you pay on a periodic basis, such as monthly or quarterly. We will also show you how the new side-by-side files feature can help you enter bills faster and manage them more effectively. From the Accounts menu, go ahead and select Purchases, and then click the drop-down arrow to the right of the New button and select Bill. This is the new bill template. In the From field, you want to go ahead and select the supplier from the drop-down. If you have not set up the supplier, you can easily do that in this screen by clicking the New Contact option here at the bottom. In the How to Set Up Suppliers lesson, we walk you through this step by step. You can click here to access this lesson. In the Date field, go ahead and enter the invoice or bill date that appears on the bill that you received from the supplier. If you set up default payment terms, the Due Date field will automatically populate. However, if you did not, you can enter the due date that appears on the bill in this field. Be sure to check out how to customize invoices to learn how to set up default payment terms for suppliers. You can click here to access this lesson. The Reference field is an optional field. You can include any additional information that you would like to keep track of in this field. The icon to the right of the Reference field is an attached file. Xero allows you to attach any supporting documents and a copy of the bill to this transaction. All you have to do is scan the document to your computer and click this button to attach it. In the Item field, if you have been billed for core items that you purchased, you can select the items from the drop-down. However, if you did not previously set up the item, then you can do so in this field by clicking the New Item option here. You can click here to access this lesson. The Description field will automatically populate based on the item that you selected. If you did not select an item, then simply type the description that appears on the supplier bill as we have done here. Enter the quantity of the items purchased. Please note for services, you want to enter a quantity of 1 as we have done in this example here. Unit price. The field for unit price will automatically populate based on the item that you selected. If you did not select an item, then enter the unit price that appears on the supplier bill. Account. Select the account from the drop-down that you want to categorize this purchase to. To learn more about accounts, check out the How to Set Up Chart of Accounts tutorial. You can click here to access this lesson. You can turn on tracking categories to track other areas of your business like location, department, or in this example, region. Select the appropriate category from the drop-down. Xero will automatically multiply the quantity times the rate to calculate the amount. Please note that if you need to pay a supplier in another currency, check out our How to Set Up Multi-Currency tutorial to learn how to pay bills in a foreign currency. You can click here to access this lesson. This field is the tax field. This field will automatically populate based on the items that were selected. However, you can select a different tax rate from the drop-down if you need to. Check out the sales tax rates lesson to learn more. You can click here to access this lesson. At the bottom of the bill, you'll see this blue link that says Assign Expenses to a Customer. If you purchased an item on behalf of a customer, you can select the customer here so that Xero can remind you to bill the customer back the next time you invoice that customer. And finally, you can either save the bill or approve the bill. Let's talk about our save options. The Save as Draft option will save the bill and allow you to close out of this screen. The Save and Continue Editing option will allow you to save the bill periodically so that you don't lose any information if you need to come back and complete it later on. The Save and Submit for Approval bill will save the bill and submit it for approval. If you have approval authority, then you will see this green Approve button over here, which we'll talk about in just a second. And then the Save and Add Another option will save this bill, and it will open up a new blank bill to allow you to enter multiple bills without closing out of the screen. Now let's talk about the Approve options here. The Approve option will save your bill, and you can proceed to pay it via check or online with your bank or financial institution. The Approve and Add Another option will save the bill as approved, and it will open a new bill screen for you to create another bill. This feature allows you to enter a stack of bills very quickly because you don't have to close out of the screen to create the next one. To save even more time, check out the How to Import Bills tutorial to learn how to import bills from an Excel or CSV file into Xero. You can click here to access this lesson. Approve and View Next. This option allows you to approve the bill and then view any bills that may be awaiting your approval. In the How to Invite Users to Xero tutorial, we discuss how to give users permission to approve bills. You can click here to access this lesson. Xero makes it pretty simple to make changes to bills that you have previously entered. So we want to go ahead and go back to the Bills page. So let's click on Accounts and select Purchases. Bills that have been previously entered will fall into one of four categories: Draft, Awaiting Approval, Awaiting Payment, or Overdue. Bills in the draft status are bills that you have created, but you have not approved them or submitted them for approval. Please note, bills in a draft status have no impact on your financial statements. Bills awaiting approval have been submitted for approval, but have not been approved yet. Please note, bills in this group do not affect the financial statements. Bills awaiting payment. Bills in this group have been approved, but not paid. Please note, bills in this group do affect your financial statements. Finally, bills that are overdue are bills that were not paid as of their due date. In the How to Create an Accounts Payable Aging Report, we will share some tips on how to stay on top of your accounts payable balances. You can click here to access this lesson. If you scroll down here, we have a section called Upcoming Bills. And over to the right, we've got our legend. The bills that are in blue are due on the dates as indicated on this grid here. Bills that are in green are bills that have been paid. Along the bottom here, you can see the months. So we've got June, July, and August. And so you can simply scroll here, drag this marker, and scroll to move across to see what's coming up. To modify a bill, you want to go ahead and click on the category that the bill falls into. So the bill that we want to make changes to is actually in a draft status. And then you'll see all of the bills listed here that are currently in a draft status. So to select a bill to make changes to, you simply want to go ahead and click here on the actual name of the supplier, and it will display the bill. You can make any changes that you need to and save and approve them once you are done. Please note that you cannot make any changes to a bill that has been partially or fully paid. If you need to make edits to a bill that was previously paid, you would have to remove the payments first, edit the bill, and then reapply the payments. As we mentioned previously, you can set up recurring bills that you pay on a periodic basis, such as a monthly, weekly, or quarterly. You can also delete and copy bills. So first, we will cover how to set up a repeating bill, and then I'll show you how to delete and copy bills. So using this bill here, the same bill, we'll go ahead and click on our bills option button up at the top, and it will display the bill. So go ahead and click on repeat. And then here's the information that we need to complete to set up a repeating bill. So first of all, we need to let Xero know how often we want this transaction to repeat. And so we need to put a number in this box here based on our selection here. So either we want it to repeat on a weekly basis or monthly. So we'll select that and we'll leave the number 1 there. If you wanted to set up a repeating bill for every quarter, then you would simply put a number 3 in here, and then every 3 months the bill would repeat. Bill date. Indicate the date of the first bill that will be created, and as you can see, this is where we have our option to repeat the bill, delete the bill, and copy the bill. The due date field will automatically populate with the default due dates that were set up in the How to Customize Invoices lesson. You can click here to access this lesson. If you want to change the due date, you simply can do that directly in this screen by putting the date that it's due and then making a selection from the drop down here. The end date field is optional. Here you can indicate when you would like Xero to stop creating repeating bills. Please note that it's not necessary to set up an end date because you can cancel repeating bills at any time. Save as draft and approve. So you can indicate whether you want the repeating bill to automatically save as a draft bill or automatically approve once it's been created. Please note that the options here will depend on the user permissions that you have been set up with. You can click here to access our user permissions lesson. In the Bill From field here, this should include your supplier's name. The reference number field is optional. Please note that whatever is indicated in this field will appear on every repeating invoice that is created. Down below, make sure that you complete the item field, if applicable, the description field, quantity, unit price, and the account tax rate tracking category as well. Be sure that all the information in the body of the bill has been completed as well, as you can see here. And then once that has been completed, you can go ahead and save the repeating bill. Once you have saved the repeating bill, you'll see a notification here up at the top. And then you'll also see a new tab called Repeating. All of the details of any repeating bills that you have previously set up will be listed here. In general, you should not get in the habit of deleting information from your accounting software program. However, there are times when it is okay to do so. You can delete a bill that has not been paid. So go ahead and display the bill as I previously showed you. So we'll select this bill. And then if you click on the Bill Options button up here, you will see the option to delete the bill. Please note that if you are not able to delete the bill because it has been paid, you will have to void it instead. For example, if this bill that we selected had been paid, you would not see a delete option here, but instead you would see a void option. Last but not least, if you receive bills from a supplier that are almost identical, you can copy a bill that was previously entered and just make the few changes necessary to save you a few keystrokes. To copy a bill, you would simply select the copy option here, and then make any necessary changes to the bill and save it. One of the newest features that Xero offers is called side-by-side files. This cool feature allows you to store copies of your bills, invoices, and other documents within Xero next to the transactions they relate to. This will allow you to easily access these documents during tax season or in case of an audit. To use this feature, you can either email documents to your Xero inbox or drag and drop documents directly into the inbox. From the dashboard, you want to click on the file icon here right below your name. And you want to provide this email address to suppliers, customers, and anyone else who sends you documents that you would like to attach to transactions. To add a document, you can either upload it from your computer, take a photo, or simply drag and drop it here. Select the document within your inbox by putting a check mark next to it, and then you want to click on the Add to New button and select any transaction that you'd like to create. And this next screen that's going to pop up, you're going to see a side-by-side view of the bill that was uploaded here on the left, and the new bill screen, or in this case, the new expense claim screen here on the right. This side-by-side view allows you to easily enter the details of a bill, customer invoice, expense claim, or receive or spend money transaction since the details are right in front of you. Best of all, the document is automatically attached to the transaction so you can access it whenever you need to. That wraps up the lesson on how to create a bill in Xero. To access our full Xero course or any of the other lessons in this series, click this link. You can also find a link below this video for a free 30-day trial of Xero. If you have feedback about this course or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe.